Okay, let's look at November 2019. Question 1, P1, question 1, right? 1.1.1. 1.1.1, they're saying x squared plus 5x minus 6. X squared plus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. And then they're saying we're solving for x, right? So every time the first question will be something that is factorable or it's already factorized, right? So you don't have to think much about this first question. The first question is always straightforward, right? So when you factorize this x, and then x equal to 0, and then I'll have 1 and 6, right? So this one will be a positive, this one will be a negative. So my x will be 1 or my x will be negative 6. I've already shown you how to simplify these kind of things, right? Okay, so let's look at the second question. The second question, they said correct to 2 decimal place. Whenever they say correct to 2 decimal place, you have to think quadratic, right? Okay, so it's 4x squared plus 3x minus 5. 4x squared plus 3x minus 5, right? Yes, minus 5 equal to 0. Okay, so with this one you are going to use quadratic, because they already, when they say correct decimal place, you have to know that you have to use quadratic. So it's going to be x is equals to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? Okay, so after this one, what you have to do is to simplify to substitute. You know that this is your a, this is your b, and then this is your constant is c, right? So when you substitute, it's going to be negative 3 plus or minus. I prefer you to use the brackets when you see you're substituting, right? So plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4, and then a is 4, and c is negative 5 over 2 into 4, right? And then you know that it's only one which is positive, so it's going to be x, and then this one will be negative 3 plus the square root of, this is 9 plus this is 2080 over 8. All right, so you can use in your calculator of x is negative 3 minus the square root of, I know this is 89 over 8. I'll show you the answer with my calculator. Here is the answer with my calculator. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is 1.1.3, right? This is 1.1.3. 1.1.3, they've brought in 4x squared minus 1. 4x squared minus 1 is less than 0. It's less than 0. So this one, it's a difference of 2 squares. So I know it's 2x minus 1 and 2x plus 1 greater than, not greater than, it's less than 0. Like when we know on the video that I posted, this is inequality. Less than 0 means negative, right? So here we find the critical values, which is 1 over 2 and negative 1 over 2. So those are my critical values. So I'll have negative 1 over 2, I'll have positive 1 over 2, and then I'll have my smiley graph, and then here's negative, there is positive. So they say less than 0, which means is from negative 1 over 2, and then x, and then 1 over 2, like this. So this is my inequality of intersection. Okay, not complicated, but something like that. Okay, let me look at it. It's a square root of 32 plus x. Multiplied by the square root square root of 32 minus x. Square root minus x. And then they are saying equals x. Equals x. Alright? Okay? So this is the same as what? Okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what it is. So you see this square root is all along here and this one is all along. So we can take it to the power of, make it to the power of 1 over 2. Alright? Remember, it's the same thing. Alright? Okay? But if I do that, I might confuse you. Okay? So if you're multiplying two things with a square root, like for example, if I've got square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 4, this is square root of 12. I multiply the inside, right? Okay, so with this one again, I'm going to multiply the inside. So this inside here is plus and minus, same thing. So it's a difference of two squares. So it's square root of 32 squared, and the minus x squared is equals to x, right? So square root of 32 squared is 32, right? So when I rearrange it, it's going to be minus x squared minus x plus 32 equals to 0. So I'm going to factor out negative, then I have x squared minus plus x minus 32 equals to 0. So need something that will give me this, the factors that's gonna give me this. Am I correct? It's 32 is 1x, yes. So I need the factors of 32. Okay, factors of 32 is 16 and oh, sorry, I made the mistake here. I made the mistake once while I was working this one out. So this one here, I multiply inside. I forgot to write the bigger square root. All right. So with the bigger square root, so this step is not there. So with this bigger square root, it means that I will square both sides to get rid of the squared, and then squared. All right. So once I square both sides, what I will get is that I will get this side. I will get 32 minus x squared is equals to x squared. All right. So I will take this to the other side. So it's going to be x squared plus x squared minus 32 equals to 0. So I've got 2x squared minus 32 equals to 0. So I can factor out, sorry. So I can factor out negative, I can factor out 2 and be left with x squared minus 16 is 0. So this is different of two squares. So it's going to be, I can divide both sides by 2, divide by 2. So I'm going to have factorize this one inside the bracket. So it's x minus 4 and it's x plus 4 equals to 0. So my x is 4 or my x is negative 4. So we are done. Here is our x. All right. Yes, that is our x. But because I squared both sides here, it was a set, it means that one answer is not correct. All right, it means one answer is not correct. So check with your calculator and check which one is not correct. If this 4, when you substitute there, it's not correct, you crush it. If this that one, you will crush it, right? Okay. Okay, let's go to 1.2. 1.2 is like y plus x is equals to 12. Y plus x is equals to 12. Then the other equation is xy is equals to 14 minus 3x. Xy is equals to 14 minus 3x, right? Yes, 3x. Okay. So this is the simultaneous equation. So let's name this one and then this one too, right? And then the first thing that I have to do is to make x or y subject to the formula without making any fractions. So here it will be easy. I can easily make x subject of the formula, y subject of the formula. Yes, it's going to be y. Okay, so I write it down, right? So that I don't make mistake. I say from equation number 1, which is y plus x is equals to 12. I'm going to have y is equals to 12 minus x. All right, and then from there, the second step is to substitute y is equals to 12 minus x in equation number 2, right? So wherever I see y, I'm going to try put 12 minus x. So it's going to be x into 12 minus x is equals to 14 minus 3x, right? So here's going to be 12x minus x squared, and then when I put this, it's going to be minus 14 plus 3x equals to 0. Then I can rearrange it as x squared, this and that is going to give me plus 15x. Then this is alone minus 14 is 0, right? So when I factorize here, it's going to be easy. It's 14 and nope, can't be 14 and 1 because, okay, sorry, this one was negative, so I have to change sign first. So it's going to be this, and taking out negative, so it's going to be x squared minus 15x plus 14 is 0. So x minus 14 and then x minus 1 equal to 0. So our x will be 14 or x will be negative 1, right? So to find y, you have to use this one already, the one that y is already subject to the formula. So my other y will be 12 minus 14, which is, so let me write it underneath here, which is negative 2, or the other way is y equals to 12 minus into negative 1. Nope, it's positive, sorry, it's positive, so it's minus 1, so it's going to be 11. All right, so here is my answers, my x and y. So I'm done with my simultaneous equation. All right, okay, so now let's go to 1.3, the last question. The last question is always the most difficult question in the question paper in most cases, but this one I don't know. Okay, they say consider the product 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5, and then until 1 multiplied by 30. Okay, so they say we consider it and then determine the larger. Okay, determine the largest value of k such that 3 to the power of k is a factor of this product. Okay, so I'm having this, which is 3 factorial. Yeah, it's 30 factorial. Okay, so it's 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 up to 30. I'm multiplying all the numbers up to 30. So I need to get out the 3's, right? So firstly, I will write the factors of 3 because I need 3 to the power of k. How many 3's that I can take out here? That's what they mean. Okay, so I've got the factors of 3. I've got 3. After 3 is 6, right? 6, which is 2 multiplied by 3. And then after that is 9, which is 3 squared. After that is going to be 12, which is 3 multiplied by 4. After that is going to be 15, which is 3 multiplied by 5. After that is 18. 18 is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 by 2, right? So it's going to be 3 squared by 2, right? And then I've got 21. 21 is 3 multiplied by 7. And then I've got 24. 24 is 3 multiplied by 8. And then I've got 27, which is 3 multiplied by 9. And then 9 is okay. 27 is 3 to the power of 3. All right, and then I've got 30, which is 3 multiplied by 10. All right, so how many 3's? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. So it's 3 to the power of 14, the factor that I can take out. Therefore k is equals to 14, right? So that is the largest value of k, right? So you needed to take out all the factors of 3, everything that every factor of 3 from 1 to 30, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and then 30. So that is how we were supposed to do it. This, I'm done with this question from 2020 9 November.